Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Assalatu Wassalam ala Rasulil Kareem, Amma Ba'd, Fa'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hope you all are doing good. In today's lesson, inshallah, we would continue with Fi'l Madi. And in lesson 18, we learned Fi'l Madi, and in this lesson, inshallah, we are going to learn about the direct object or the thing or the person done to. And this is in Arabic we called the object, the direct object, maf'ulun bihi. So as in previous lesson, you learned that a fail in Arabic, one word fail in Arabic tells us not only the action and time, but also the doer. As you learned that the structure in Fi'l Madi, the structure of or the pattern of Fa'ala tells us that it's a Fi'l Madi, and it has a doer, hidden doer, mustatir, which is huwa, he. So just like these fail madi, fi'l madin, zahaba, jalasa, nasara, sami'a. So these are fi'l madi, and these also tell us the action and the time that it is the action happened in the past, and the doer also. So not only the huwa form, but other form like huma, huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, all other form, they also tell us action, time, and doer. So, and in addition to these things, these three things, action, time, and doer, in some cases, fail can also inform about the direct object in the form of an attached pronoun. And this is the thing, inshallah, we are going to learn in today's lesson. The direct object or the thing or the person on which an action is done is called maf'ulu bihi. So maf'ul bihi is a direct object, like on which either a thing or a person on which an action was done or is being done. And here are some examples. Look, nasarahu. Nasara, we know he helped. Nasarahu, he helped him. So now we have this who attached pronoun, and this attached pronoun you learn in lesson 12 when we first time we learned about the pronoun. So you learned the attached form of pronouns also. So this is who, the attached form. And then another example, nasarahum. Again, nasara is he helped, and when whom attached pronoun of whom is here, then it means he helped them, right? Whom is attached pronoun for them. So nasarahum is he helped them. Then we have sami'aha. Samia, he heard, and when ha is attached to samia, then the meaning is he heard it. Okay, so who, whom, and ha, these are attached pronoun, and these are coming as maf'ulun bihi, direct object. And in some other cases, sometimes the object is separate from the fail also. Like in some other sentences and some other ayat, the object can be outside this fi'l madi. For example, Nasarat Zainaba. Nasarat is here form, she helped, and Zainaba, she helped Zainab. And then Nasara Zaidan. Nasara is he helped, and Zaidan, we can see that it's in nasab form, so it's a detail and it's a maf'ul bihi. So Nasara Zaidan, he helped Zaid. Then another example, Ghasala Zaidun Sayyaratahu. Ghasala Zaidun Sayyaratahu. So Ghasala, he helped. And when one thing, when you see these two form, huwa and hiya, like zahaba and zahabat, jalasa and jalasat, nasara and nasarat. So huwa and hiya form. So always try to find an try to see like I always look for another ism that is rafa in status. So if you find another ism which is rafa in status, then that becomes outside doer. So that's the doer. So over here, Ghasala is has an inside doer of huwa, and the outside doer is Zaidun. So Zaid is the actual doer with this fail, Ghasala. So Ghasala Zaidun, Zaid washed Sayyarata, Sayyarata, car, who is mudafile. So Sayyaratahu, his car. Again, Sayyarata is nasb with fatah. So this is again detail, and the detail is maf'ulun bihi. So now let's see how pronouns attach to a fail in the form of an object, right? So before directly going to that form of the pronoun that is attached to fail madi in the form of mafulun bihi, let's just see what form of pronouns we already know. So recently we learned these pronouns that come as doer with fail madi. In huwa and hiya, the doer form are hidden and they are called zamir mustatir. Zahaba has zamir mustatir of huwa, and zahabat has the zamir mustatir of hiya. The all other siga, they have a visible form of doer as attached pronoun, and these attached pronoun are called damir barid. Damir barid, because these are visible. So huwa and then huwa and hiya are hidden, and we have alif musanna as doer, then waul jama, then alif musanna again, and all these. This is called nun nisma, zahabna. In zahabna, nun, this is nun nisma, and all these attached pronoun, and they have quite different appearance as compared to the attached pronoun, right? So these are pronoun that come as doer and they are attached to fail. Now look, these this is the list we learned. I think we learned in lesson 12. These ones. So this column, the right column, is the column with independent pronouns. Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. So all these are independent or detached pronoun, and they don't combine with any other word. They come separately. They are independent, and they are always marfu, always marafa, proper noun, always marfu, rafa, and they are fixed. So most of the time these pronoun, independent pronouns, they come as mubtada in jumla ismiya. So these are independent pronouns. Now we see another series of pronoun that are attached. Who, huma, hum, ha, huma, hunna, ka, kuma, kum, ki, kuma, kunna, ya, and na. And ya has another form, ni. If it's a ni, so ni is nasab form, and ya is mostly jar form. So these are attached pronoun. It means they attach to different other ism or fail or harf. So these are attached form, and they can either be nasb or jar. So they can take uh, um, two status, either nasb or jar, depending upon which type of word they are attached to. If they are attached to another ism, so they are coming as mudaf ilayh, right? Kitabuhu, kitabuhu. So kitabu is mudaf, who is mudaf ilayh, his book. Baituhu, baitu is mudaf, who is mudaf ilayh. So that's how they connect with different, like they connect with different different words, and their status is depends upon which word they are attaching to. If they are coming as mudaf ilayh, then they are always majroor or have jar status. When they are attached to harf of nasb, then they are nasb in a status, like innahu, innaha, innana. So if they these attached to harf of nasb, then these are nasb in status. And one thing that these are also all pronouns are marfa, proper, and they are fixed, and they can be nasb or jar, and they can be attached to a noun or a fail or a particle or harf. Okay, so since we just did a revision of the doer pronouns, the independent pronouns, and the attached pronoun that can be jar or nasb, let's see how they are like some detail about how they are attached with another ism or fail or preposition, like harf jar or harf of nasb. Okay, so now we have both the attached form of pronouns, but this column is the one that come as doer in fi'l madi, attached to fi'l madi, and this is the column that we see as doer. So huwa and hiya, they are not visible, they are hidden, mustatir, but these are alif musanna, waul jama, alif musanna, nun niswa, then ta tumatum, ti tumatunna, tu and na. These are visible doer pronoun. So these are also always marfu because they are coming as doer. So these are also always marfu and can only be attached to a past tense fail, and these function as file, doer, right? And when these pronouns are attached to some okay, just leave it for the upcoming lessons. So leave this point, we leave this point, and inshallah we'll learn in upcoming lessons. Okay, now come to this column, the attached form of pronouns. Okay, and these can only be nasb or jar, never rafa. Okay, so either mansub or jar can be attached to an ism or fail or a harf. So if they attach to an ism, then they come as mudaf ilayh, and the status would be jar. The status would be jar, and this pronoun will be called majroor. And when they come, these attached pronoun, when they are attached to fail, then they come as, they act as maf'ul bihi, just like we saw in previous examples, like this one. Nasarahu, nasarahum, sami'aha. So who, whom, ha, these are attached pronoun and they are coming as maf'ulun bihi. And when they come as maf'ulun bihi, these are nasb. These are nasb. Nasb in status and called mansub. Then we have like if these attached pronoun, they are attached to ism harf jar, sorry, if they are attached to harf jar, like fiha, bikum, or be with kum, or fiha, in it. So they are attached to harf jar and come as ism, function as act as ism majroor. So they are jar in status when they are attached to harf of jar. Let me write it down here. Attached pronoun plus harf of jar equals to jar majroor, and they are jar in status. Okay. In that case, the attached pronouns are jar in status. And then if attached pronoun combined with ism as mudaf ilayh, they form idafa, then they are also jar in status. And then attached pronoun plus fail, then it's act as object, and it is nasb in status. Okay. Then when it comes with fail, it is attached to fail, then it's nasb in status. And when the same column of attached pronoun, when these attached pronouns are attached to harf of nasb, when these attached to harf of nasb, then these are ismu, like we will call it ismu inna, or ismu lakinna, or ismu anna, and these would be nasb in status because they are attached to harf of nasb. Okay, so that's how these are attached. Okay, so you can take a picture of this, like just to elaborate, like in mathematical equation, this chart. So that's how these are attached to either fail or harf of nasb, harf of jar, or ism. Okay, so let me clear all these writings and then go down. Now we learned that how these attached pronouns are attached to past tense, and they act as maf'ul bihi, or they tell about the object, a direct object on which action is being done. Now we know that the maf'ul bihi, the done to, can be in the form of visible ism, like someone's name. So let's see. Who asked who? Okay, so sa'ala, who? Sa'ala is he asked, and who? Him. Who is attached form, and who is him? Sa'alahu, he asked him. Sa'ala is, we know that is fi'l madi, and it has a file mustatir taqdiruhu huwa, and who, this who is attached form of huwa, and attached form is nasab here in status because it is coming as maf'ulun bihi. And then he asked Hamid, oh sorry, he asked Hamid. Sa'ala Hamidan. Now Sa'ala fi'l madi, fa'il mustatir taqdiruhu huwa. That's why he asked. And then Hamidan has nasb like fatha, and it's nasb in status, so it's maf'ulun bihi, and the now meaning it is he asked Hamid. Now Sa'alahu Hamidun. Now the function are reversed. Now Hamidun becomes the doer because it has the ma, so it's a rafa in status. So Hamid becomes the doer, and who, the attached form of huwa, is there as a maf'ulun bihi. Sa'alahu Hamidun. So now Hamid asked him. Can you see the difference? Sa'ala Hamidan. Why he asked over here? The translation is he asked Hamid. Why? Because Hamidan is nasb status. So it's the detail. It's the maf'ulun bihi. So Hamid was asked. Over here, Hamidun is in Rafa status, and that's why he is a doer, outside doer for Huwa version. So Sa'ala Hamidun, Hamidun asked. Then we have attached form of Huwa, him. So that's maf'ulun bihi. Sa'alahu Hamidun. So the sequence doesn't matter. Actually, the which form of pronoun is there. If it's attached pronoun, then it can only be attached pronoun of this form: who, huma, whom, he, ha, huma, hunna. So attached form, these type of attached form, then these can only be nasb or jar. And if the ism has if the ism is showing rafa status, then it's obviously a doer. Now sa'alta, just ignore the attached pronoun, just sa'alta. Sa'alta, anta form, anta sa'alta, you asked. And then the attached form whom. Whom is for them. So sa'alta, sa'altahum, sa'alta fi'l madi, fa'iluhu anta, and whom is maf'ulun bihi. Then we have you asked him. Again sa'alta, you asked. Then Hamidan is in nasb status. Again, same thing happened over here. Same transition. Now Hamidun is in Rafa status in this sentence. Sa'alaka Hamidun. Now this attached pronoun is not ta, it's ka. So ka is that kind of attached pronoun that can only be nasb or jar. Ka kumakum, ki kumakunna. So ka is nasb, can only be nasb or jar, so it's a maf'ulun bihi over here and is nasb here. Sa'alaka Hamidun. Sa'ala fi'l madin, and ka maf'ulun bihi, Hamidun fa'il, doer. Sa'altu, I asked, right? I asked, fi'l madi, fa'iluhu ana, and you, I asked you. So sa'altu ka, sa'altu ka. Ka is attached form of anta, maf'ulun bihi, right? So again, I asked Hamid, sa'altu, I asked. Hamidan, nasab form, maf'ulun bihi. Then now Again, the same transition, Hamidun, from Hamidan, it became Hamidun. Now, Hamidun is the person asking because it's doer, and tu, which was file over here, file of Ana, file version of Ana. Over here now, it's a nas version of Ana, ni. Okay, so ni is the nas form of Ana. Sa'alni, and it is attached pronoun coming as maf'ul bihi. Okay, so far so good. Like you learned that this column of attached pronoun, this form of attached pronoun come with fi'l madi, and they are there as maf'ulun bihi, direct object. And today you also learned that there can be maf'ulun bihi outside the fi'l in the form of like visible form of a separate ism, like someone's name, or it can be something, a thing on which the action is done. And over here also, like Hamidan is outside, and it's coming as maf'ulun bihi with nasb status. So since we today we learned about maf'ulun bihi, which is direct object, but the thing is, in some fail they come, they obviously all fail need a doer. There can be any fail without a doer, right? So they all fail come with doer file, but some fail they don't need a maf'ulun bihi. Like if sleeping, there's nothing like on sleeping is not something done to, it's just someone sleeps. So these type of fail that these type of fail that fail that doesn't require a maf'ulun bihi to complete the meaning of the verbal sentence. These are called intransitive verb or fail lazim. So this is a much shorter topic about transitive and intransitive verb. And intransitive verb is fail lazim, and transitive verb is fail mutadi. So when we see a maf'ulun bihi with a fail, then the fail is mutadi, transitive verb, because it needs a maf'ulun bihi to complete the meaning of the verbal sentence. Most of the fail, they are mutadi, but there are quite a few fail that are fail lazim, like zahaba. Zahaba Hamidun, Hamid went. So nothing else is mentioned, so it doesn't need any maf'ulun bihi. The same way, kharaja Hamidun, Hamid left, or jalasa Hamidun, Hamid sat. So it doesn't need any maf'ulun bihi, so these are called fail lazim. And the other fail, like shariba, samia, they need maf'ulun bihi. Shariba, if I say shariba Hamidun, Hamid drank. But what did he drink? So shariba Hamidun al-ma'a. Hamid drank water. The same way, Samia Hamidun, what did he hear? Al-adhana, the call to prayer. So when a fail needs a maf'ulun bihi to complete the sentence, then that fail is fail mutaddi, transitive verb. Otherwise, it's a fail lazim. And one easy way to tell if a fail is transitive or intransitive is just to ask if one or both of the following question is meaningful for that fail. What was the action performed on? If the action was performed on someone or something, then it's a fail mutadi. But if this question doesn't mean any, it's not meaningful, then it's fail lazim. Like if we say, what was the action performed on this zahaba? What was the this zahaba performed on? No one, like zahaba, he just went. Okay, so either a thing or a person on which action was done. If it's there, then it's fail mutadi. So that these are the two topics that we learned in lesson 19. If you have any question, you can ask in the interactive session, and inshallah we are going to do exercises on this topic. So till the next lesson video, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.